Everything that I do with naivete. I've done many things with my own personal life. I lived in 4 different continents. I married 3 wives. You know, I speak 7 languages. I'm still relentless. My life is an adventure. I say, you know, like this is the most inspiring for me is that expression. Life is a great adventure or nothing at all. This is Ellen Keller. She said that. And that's how I live my life as an adventure. I still devote everything to what I do. I never worked a working day in my life. Whatever I do is not my job. It's my expression in life. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. I do things with total immersion. That's the naivete. And I pay the price. My last adventure, I had a vision. And by the way, I don't say I have the vision because like doing that, I realized it's not that I had a vision. The vision had me. You know, like it wasn't like I have a vision. No, the vision is employing me. So I decided to follow the calling. And I went into Silicon Valley and I started a startup company. I sold my father's house. I raised money from investors and from friends and all the money that I have. And for 3 years, I fought, you know, like I wanted to be bigger than Facebook. Otherwise, why do a startup if you want to do, you know, something small? And in the end, I burned. And when I burned, it hurt. I almost didn't see my family for 2 years. You know, I was so mad with passion about this tech development. I lost everything that I had. I got into serious debt. And I was heartbroken. And you know, when I made the first call to my speaking agent and I said I want to get on stage again, I felt embarrassed. She was crying. She said, "You don't know how much we admire you. Other speakers, they just speak. But for you to get off the stage and run after, it's not that I'm preaching, you know, go after your dream. This is my life. Also, this is my life. No message you hear on this stage is something that I don't carry myself in life itself. I would not dare to say something that I don't live by, you know? So this was my last adventure, but there were many adventures like that, and I'm open for new adventure. And no matter how many scars, and no matter how many times I fall, I will never lose that naivete. Because being naive, you live your life as a hero, you know? For me, there's no other way. And living, as I say, it's like you pay the price. You pay the price, and there's a lot of heartbreak and a lot of difficulties. And sometimes, you know, that is that place, that hole where you just crush, you know. Even now, when I lost everything, you know, and I went into debt, it wasn't a serious debt, but the bank started calling, you know, about $60,000 you owe them. And another bank is trying to repossess my house in Australia. I'll just tell you something. They were trying to repossess my house in Australia for being late on mortgage payment, $11,000. In October, the same bank invited me to speak, not knowing. They paid me more. I swear, they paid me more. And if you're true to yourself, there's always a miracle, you know. As I was in that situation, you know, like the production company called and suddenly a check came in the mail, and in one day I wasn't in debt and life, you know. You know, it's not about accumulation. It's not about, it's just that freshness, that rawness, that being that child that can really get into life with full excitement. You know, like be in love with life. You know, I know when you meet death, when you really meet death, that's the most inspiring thing. And all of us, we walk together with death hand by hand. We don't realize it. Each one of us, you know. Buddha asked a question nobody can answer. Not the wisest man. Simple question. What comes first, death or tomorrow? The only answer is, I don't know. You know, we all walking with death hand by hand. If we just realize that, you know, we'll bring that intensity to our life. Not just another day, mundane. There is no mundane. And I tell you something, it's harder. It's harder to be a hero in your day-to-day life. To be a hero in the jungle, it's natural, you know. There's the circumstances, all your adrenaline, all your power, and you're in peak performance. To be in peak performance in day-to-day, for me, that's the real hero.